there's a room in That Dragon Cancer that I really wasn't expecting. That Dragon Cancer is an intensely personal game about one family and how they deal with their very young son being diagnosed with, being treated with, and eventually losing his life to cancer. It's personal because it's based on real life. The parents of Joel Green developed and wrote the game and added their voices and the voices of Joel's siblings to it. It features some very game-like elements and mixes a lot of fantasy into its structure, but at its heart, it's a very true story.
Who am I to him? Dada.
And like every true story that touches on grief, the story of the Greens is unique to them. The Greens are Christians, for example, and towards the end of Joel's life in particular, they lean on God and religion to help them cope. That's not how everyone will deal with a situation like that. That's not how I deal with it or have dealt with it, but this is their story. And it's powerful because of that. But this one room that I had mentioned reminds you that there are so many of these stories, so many families and friends and loved ones who've gone through the same hardships in a multitude of different ways. You begin in Joel's treatment room where he and his mother sit. You look around and there are brightly coloured cards dotted around, all blank on the outside, but if you pick one up there's a short message inside. And you very quickly realise that all these are real-life dedications to real people. You pick up each card and read it, you turn around and walk out of the room, and then you see that there are messages and cards everywhere, hanging from the ceiling on the desks, and every single one is another family story. It's a powerful moment. Games that deal with real-life hardship and grief come around every so often, and sometimes they make you feel and think about your own life and the lives of people you know, and sometimes they don't. But I can think of few that remind you that there are so many other people out there going through the same thing, and that there's comfort and hope to be found in that. This part of the game, more than any other, more scripted part of it, reminds you that you aren't alone, no matter how much you might feel it. And it feels like it works specifically because it's interactive. You are picking up and reading each of these simple messages, no one else. You can open none, or one, or every single one, but those stories are still out there, and so is the love that those families had for each other. That's a big message for such a small game.